I'm here with a big surprise today, the Moto G Stylus 2024. So this is the latest and greatest from Motorola. It's the only S24 Ultra alternative that you can get out there that has a stylus. I mean, this year, of course, you could get the S23 Ultra. You could get the previous Moto G Stylus. But this year, there's only two phones with stylus in the United States, the S24 Ultra and this guy. But this guy is $800 cheaper, which is a pretty big deal. So let's go ahead and dive in and take a look at it in this video. But before we get into that, I do want to say if this is your first time stopping by the channel, thank you for being here. If you enjoy the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and a little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. Now let's see what it's all about. Here we have the Moto G Stylus 5G for 2024. So this is the latest and greatest coming out of Motorola. It's been a while since I've used my handy dandy unboxing tool, but here we go. It doesn't have pull stickers on it. It's the first time I haven't seen that on a phone in a while. So what intrigues me about this phone and why should you care? It's all about the stylus. Now, I was a little disappointed with the previous version. I thought that it was a little lackluster in the hardware department, not enough RAM, not enough horsepower, but the stylus itself worked pretty good. So I'm hoping that this is a nicer, overall better phone. We shall see. But one thing that's interesting and promising is it does have the Snapdragon 6 Generation 1, which I'm actually interested in trying out. I want to see how good it is for multitasking, power, performance, and things like that. So one thing you'll see here on the back, it's this faux leather design, which I actually love. I love it on the Motorola Razr Plus. I love it on the Motorola Razr. I think they did a really good job with this stuff, and it feels nice. It feels nice, feels premium, but here's the thing. IP52 dust and water resistant. So basically, you can sprinkle some water on it, but that's about it. Definitely can't be dropping this and submerging it underwater. If the leather didn't tell you that, I'm telling you. And then you got the stylus port down here, which means, you know, another place for water to get into the phone. So definitely not a water phone. But 6.7-inch OLED display, 1080p, 120 hertz refresh rate. I'm going to press the power button. 50 megapixel camera, 8 gigabytes of RAM. The build quality seems pretty good. I mean, it feels premium enough. Like it feels like it is a little, probably some plastic underneath here, but it's the metal frame, at least it feels metal frame anyway. And we'll have to see more as we get into it, but let's go through the rest of the unboxing. I don't really do unboxing videos anymore just because there's not a whole lot of excitement left, but who knows? Maybe there's something in here that will surprise us. Well, we have a charging cable. We have a SIM ejector tool. And then we have a Meet Your Moto G Stylus little pamphlet thing. So, yeah, not a whole lot in here. Not a whole lot in here at all. So, yeah, we'll leave that alone. But it does have ultra wide, which also functions as a macro. And I didn't know that until I just saw this. So this right here is actually kind of interesting. It'll tell you a little bit about your phone. So macro camera also doubles as a ultra wide main camera, microphone up top. We have a speaker down below. We have a speaker up here, so we've got stereo speakers. That's good. NFC touch point is right there, catty corner to the camera, so you can use it for your wireless contact payments. That's cool. Anyway, interesting stuff. So, get back to the phone. So like I said, 8 gigabytes of RAM. That's nice. I think that's pretty much a minimum for any phone nowadays. It'll be interesting to see how it runs AI stuff. Got the little Hello Moto background there. Selfie camera right there, a little peephole cut out. Looks like we got our SIM tray over here, and I believe it has an eSIM now. Let me double check the paperwork. So yeah, nano SIM and eSIM. Got a glass front. I don't know what level of Gorilla Glass. I'll have to check that out later for the full review, but it's glass. IP52 weighs 190 grams, which I think it's got a nice feel to it. Like, it's not too heavy. It's not too bulky. It does have a plastic frame, but it feels premium. Well, I don't normally have a big problem about plastic frames as long as it feels good and it's built well, and then the price reflects that. Like, I'm not going to buy a $1,200 plastic frame phone, but this polycarbonate, I'm assuming, is really not that big of a deal. Then we have the stylus. Now the stylus, it doesn't have a lot of crazy gestures and stuff. It has a little bit of weight to it, and I like that you can click the little end on it. So I'm interested to see how this is once I get into messing with it and I get the phone set up. But overall, at first glance, I'm really interested in using this phone because I like having an S Pen. I like having a stylus, whether it's with my Z Fold 5, whether it's with my S24 Ultra. So anytime you have that, I think it's important because it adds a whole level, vertical level of usability to a phone. And then, oh look, headphone jack too. That'll make some people happy as well. 32 megapixel selfie camera, and then it's got 5,000 milliamp battery, which is great. 30-watt charging, which is kind of slow, but for $400, not that big of a deal. And then 15-watt wireless charging. So you got wireless charging, wired charging, stereo speakers, 120 hertz refresh rate. Let's get this set up and we'll come back and talk about it a little bit more. I went ahead and I got it set up. You'll be happy to see that there's not a whole lot of bloatware installed on here, as people like to call it. You got a couple folders down here. At least they're nice enough to put it in the folders. But a couple games down here, folder here with streaming stuff has got Netflix and Hulu already installed on here, Stars, Tubi. And then in this folder you got Walmart, Target, Best Buy. So some stuff that you just want to get rid of. Now that doesn't remove it. That just, you can just drag it and get rid of it. You'll have to go on and install the stuff individually. But anyway, so there is some pre-installed stuff. Thankfully, it does have 128 gigabytes of storage, which is nice. You can get the 256 model, and it has a dedicated slot for extra storage. So if you want to put an SD card inside of here, you can certainly do that. So you can use that in conjunction with the eSIM or whatever. But again, that's over here. We'll go ahead and pop that out real quick. So there we go. So SIM card slot, SD card slot, or the secondary SIM slot. So you can use two physical SIMs, you can use a SIM and an SD card, or you can use an eSIM, a SIM, and have an SD card in here. So that's nice. This thing has a couple of things you really wouldn't expect in it. Like it has the headphone jack, it has the SD card slot, it has a Snapdragon 6th Generation 1, which is going to be okay. It's going to be a lot better than anything that's been in the Moto G Stylus previously, for at least for quite a long time. 50 megapixel camera on the back, 32 megapixel on the front. And it'll probably be pretty good. And let me see here. That's a microphone, I believe, on top. So yeah, overall, I think it's pretty decent. It's a neat little phone for sure. Oh, look, it's already there on my Google feed. So 1200 nits maximum peak brightness. I think it's gonna be good. You're looking at basically flagship level brightness from 2 or 3 years ago. So I think everything in this phone with the package combined is probably okay from a hardware perspective. What's really going to piss you off though, is I was reading, it has 1 year of operating system updates. It comes with Android 14, so you're only going to get Android 15. And then you're going to get 3 years of bi-monthly security patches. So you're going to get a security patch every other month and 1 operating system update. I knew there was going to be a catch with this phone. It seems like with these lower end Motorola phones, there's always some sort of a catch, and that seems to be the catch with this one. I don't know why they would put out a $400 phone in the year 2024 that's going to get 1 operating system update, especially when you look at the competition, and even the $500 Pixel 8a gets 7 years of support. This one basically gets 1. I mean, granted, it's going to be good for security patches for 3 years, but I don't know why they can't commit to giving it 2 or 3 years of operating system updates. And that wouldn't even make people happy. I mean, it really wouldn't, but 3 years would be better than 1. So really kind of head scratching there, but yeah. Oh, and there we go. Fingerprint scanner, and then it's got facial recognition as well. So overall, hardware-wise, I think this is going to probably be all right. Let's go ahead and take the S Pen out. The S Pen, I mean the stylus. So when you take it out of the bay, you get these options here: write a note, Moto Note, screenshot, freeform crop, GIF maker, and a handwriting calculator. So if you want to do some handwriting, you can do some calculations here. This would actually probably be really good for like a high school student. Let's see how we do that. 1 plus 1. Oh, it automatically figured it out. 2 times 2. There we go. 41 times 162. Huh. Oh, 142 instead of 162, but still, that's pretty neat. I didn't realize that they had that. So anyway, yeah, this is going to be something that if you don't want to spend $1,200 on a Galaxy S24 Ultra or get a previous version of the Galaxy, this is something where it gives you a lot of the functionality and the normal stuff that you're going to get whenever it comes to using a stylus. My handwriting is terrible. But anyway, it's there, it's nice, it's neat, it's a cool function. I'll mess some more with this for the full review. And one other thing I would be remiss if I didn't mention, it does have the Motorola gesture. So if you do the wrist twist action, it pulls up your camera, which is neat. And then if you do the chopping motion, it activates the flashlight. So that's also cool. One thing I really love about the Motorola phones. But yeah, $499. My guess is largely going to be positive. I think my initial impressions and initial review, just taking it out of the box here, if there is such a thing, is that I like the build quality. I like the screen. I like the stylus. I like a lot of the fundamental stuff that's here. What I don't like is, of course, that lack of IP protection. But at a $499 phone, or $399, it's $400 phone, I believe, right? Yeah, $399. So at $399, yeah, you're going to save a tremendous amount of money buying something like this, but there are going to be some trade-offs. It's not going to have a 2000 nits brightness screen. It's not going to have a 200 megapixel camera. It's not going to have a telephoto camera. It doesn't have 7 years of support. It has 1 year of operating system updates and 3 years of bi-monthly security patches, not even every month. So there's a lot here to like, and then there's a couple head-scratching things. But so far, if you want to buy one at $399, I mean, I think that it's definitely worth taking a look at. Again, 128 gigabytes of storage. It does have the headphone jack, stereo speakers, 30-watt charging, wireless contactless payments with the NFC, and then, I mean, the bezels aren't even that bad, surprisingly, for this cheap of a phone. They do use some decent screens in their phones, Motorola does, and I really like this faux leather back on here. It's pretty neat, too. So that's all I've got in this video. Full review will be coming later on, but I want to go ahead and make this one, let y'all guys know about it. It just came out, well, about a week ago, and I've been waiting for this phone to come out for a while. So that's all I've got. If you have any questions or comments, please go to the comment section. I'll do my best to get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.